Oh,
What's wrong? You good?
put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one off in the chat. Put a one off in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. I'm looking for a one. A one. I see my one. I see a one. Thanks, dear. I'm so glad that you put that one. I don't know where the people, uh, where the ladies, where these gents are. Okay, there we go. Yolanda, I see your one. I got to look in the right place so I can find where the one's at. I see you, Danielle. You can put your one in the chat. I have to remember all the. One of these days, I'm gonna start looking at the right thing. But check this out. I don't want to um, slow nothing down because we hitting the ground running. Welcome to the Intentionally Random broadcast, where the topics are intentionally random and randomly intentional. Tonight, we will be discussing the theme No Excuses November. We will attempt to discuss the challenges that accompany the lack of creating proper boundaries, the struggles with leaving comfort zones, and the traps of toxic relationships with the refusal to address them. Join us as
Anthony, too real.
and yours truly, Tina Mofer Show, as we attempt to cut the fat out of those excuses to hold on to people, places, things, environments, and mindsets, and to hold ourselves accountable as we attempt to navigate the cusp of this holiday season. So, if you will, lend us your ears, your minds, and a little bit of your undivided attention as we all choose to put on our proverbial big draws to tackle this elusive enemy called excuses. Let's tap into the real. Hello, 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 hello. So glad that you are able to come out tonight. Shout out to all the people that have made it to the chatments. Shout out to my co-host in the building too, real. We in this thing tonight. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing too, real?
I'm doing so good. I'm super excited about the topic. Like, I'm just super excited, but I'm doing so well. Thank you for asking because a lot of people don't ask. A lot of people do not ask. They be like, "Oh, how you doing?" They just so thank you. How you doing today?
You know what? I am doing a lot better than how I started this day. But you know what? To be honest, one thing that I could say in talking to you, especially when we have our moments backstage or have our moments that we talk prior to um on the broadcast, that I get a chance to really search and consider where I actually am. You know, where my headspace is prior to getting on here. And I find it a blessing in talking to you a lot of times because I get to aerate some of those things and kind of look at what's going on. And I so much appreciate who you are in giving sharing that space with me to be able to kind of check myself, so to speak. You know, I mean, I know you may not know that that's what's going on, but a lot of times I'm in the process of, okay, where am I? You know, what do I need to address? What do we need to pray about? What do I need to talk about before I hop on here and be on here spewing venom because I'm mad, or being here in a bucket of tears because I can't get myself together. So I appreciate you for that space that you lend me in talking to
Oh, Tina trying to make me quiet. Thank you, Tina.
you.
Yeah, I'm trying not to make it weird. Tina, no kind words. I'm still working through it. I keep listening to JD365. So one day I'm gonna take those stuff that just that you'll be telling us, and I'm gonna like kind words are gonna be okay. Well, I'm just gonna breathe. Okay, Tina. When I tell you, thank you for the kind words, but my heart beating so fast, I'm like, Lord, why Tina had to say those nice things about me? Chat, something wrong with me. How y'all doing?
Danielle said, "Come through with the rhymes." I got a little rhythm in me still, just a little tangent. I didn't even go. I mean, I do no freestyles on here. That's for certain. I'm not trying. I'm not here advertising nothing as far as my hip hop is concerned. But I do see you. Uh, you said you was fussing at us. I am tickled. Oh, this is hilarious. She said, I cannot see, even see the people you spoke to. Well, that's one reason, Yolanda, is because um, we have more than one chat going. It's not all coming from one specific live. Too real. Her it's going into her feed as well, and so the only people that can see it would be she and I. And so if you hear us addressing or speaking to someone um, that you do not see in the chatments, just understand that it's more chatments than just mine. With that being said, I want to welcome everyone in formally while I'm over here just waving and yapping and talking and going on. Want to acknowledge the first, one and only deaconess of these YouTube streets. Um, so glad for Brit Family Fun, who we of course know as Yolanda. Thank you for coming into the chat, miss. Appreciate you. Greetings and salutations. Two and second, and not any less, we have my YouTube pastor, which she gonna get tired of me calling her that, but she has been crowned as the crown jewel of the faith in these Chapmans.
Mhm.
Um, Just Danielle 365. We thank you, Danielle, for your presence. And of course, anytime that you come in, I am strengthened and encouraged. Um, who else do we have in these chat? Miss Keisha, I appreciate you. I saw you put up there. Yeah, let the people know to be respectful in these chat, miss. Because I don't mind putting nobody out. And I don't even feel no type of way about it. You know, if they get up in here and they get to cutting and knucking and bucking, I'm going to cut, knuck, and buck them and kick them right on out. And so they'll just have to listen and it won't be able to say nothing. But I appreciate you for letting the people know, you know. Uh, Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the Chapmans. Who else do we have here? Tiff, so glad to see you. I be wanting to catch you at a time where you can hop on here when we're doing panels because I love the insight that you give. Um, Greetings and salutations, and of course, welcome to the Chapmans. Appreciate your presence as well. Um, Kendi K all day. So glad that you're here. Appreciate your presence. Coming into the spot. You all likewise, I am strengthened and encouraged whenever you're in the Chapmans. Greetings and salutations. You're truly a blessing to my life in more ways than I can express. Kiss from Jay. So glad to see you later, Jay. Appreciate you coming in and supporting us tonight. Glad to see you. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Who else do we have in here? Dr. J. Wow, I'm honored for you to be here tonight. Thank you for coming in and supporting. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chapmans. Um, there are so many of you all that are in here tonight. So glad. Ow, ow. My hair, my glasses that got stuck in my hair, y'all. Hold on, having a couple of technical difficulties. Okay, because I got to be able to see a few things in life. My goodness. If it's one thing that I want to touch on tonight, and this is a little not necessarily random, but in the spirit of the show, this is intentionally random, randomly intentional. Um, One thing I can say is the topic that we're going to touch on tonight, as it pertains to making room, is something that I did not necessarily want to give a whole lot of thought to. Did I think about it? Yes. I don't want anybody to feel like she just gonna come up here and just start talking. No, that is not the case. But what I can say is, when it comes to making room, I took the time to consider how many things that we have in our lives that do not serve us, how many people in our lives that are connected that shouldn't be, that the season is up in our lives that we just need to not necessarily get rid of like we're discarding people. But a lot of times we have to come to a place where we're willing to acknowledge that this relationship is baggage at this point. The things that I'm holding on to is something. Yes, that is me, real odds. Let me let me acknowledge the people that's in the chat because if you look into the chat, miss, it will tickle you. Boy, I tell you, you have to watch out with these people. Girl, dad, thank you so and appreciate you for showing up. Anytime I see the men begin to come into the chat, I am so encouraged. Um, I of course respect you all's presence, and thank you. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Real odds and evens. Yes, that is me. Okay. Appreciate your presence as well. Um, Welcome to the Chapmans. Um, I am so glad that you all have come in, because I think that this is something that I think that you all will um, be able to take on or consider, um, and really chew on a little bit, if you will. I don't know if I needed to start a pause already, but I'm gonna go on and say it preemptively. Pause. Um, but we're talking about making room. um, we're talking about making room, making space for the things that we desire, and but prior to receiving those things that we want, There's just some things that we need to get rid of. There's some people that need to be moved out of the way. There are some places that we need to make up our mind that I don't need to be in this space anymore. I don't have a desire to visit this place. I don't have a need to be here anymore. I don't know any 30-year-olds still buying Oshkosh Bagosh, still going to purchase Fisher Price things for themselves. Now, they might have a baby, they may have a kid, a toddler or something that they are buying those items for. But at some point, um, you come to a place where you're like, okay, I've outlived this space. It's time to make room. Anthony, someone just want to ask you just what your thoughts of even when I said something about we're going to talk about making room or we want to make room. What are some of the things that come to your mind or have come to your mind, rather?
Making room is I thought about like I don't want to. You know me. I'm trying to watch my words that I say because words mean way more than what people be thinking. But I mean, long story short, I don't want to say removing like dead weight, but making room, like preparing, like making space, which is the same thing as making room. But you know, when you hear making room, like I'm pretty sure people probably think like, "Oh, she what they about to make room for? What's going on?" Like, but yeah, I think about like clearing space. I'm actually cleaning my Grudio. It's so crazy that when you said about making room, I'm like, wow. I was telling my husband, like, I'm cleaning out my Grudio now. I've been cleaning my Grudio for like 2 months. Like, every time I want to live, I'm telling people I'm like moving stuff, right? But I'm never really like cleaning up. Literally, when I'm looking at my videos, I was telling my husband, like, it's like I'm on the video talking and I'm just moving stuff from one space to another. I'm like, stuff will be on like the left end of my desk, and by the end of the live, it's on the right side of my desk, but nothing is really cleaned up. And
Mm.
so long story short, today I cleaned up my Grudio, y'all. It looks so different. I made room because I have other stuff I want to do, like in my Grudio, like other like shows and stuff I want to record. And I had to make room because, well, child, y'all see what my Grudio look like. You got to make room to prepare for the new things.
You right about it. Um, um, I just saw this. Kitty K said you be putting folks out to church. Uh, I believe in calling security. Mm-hmm. Sure do. And escort a person right on out. But that's the thing. As it pertains to um as it pertains to making room, a lot of times we can find ourselves doing just that. Okay, I might not be able to use this person in this space anymore. Ooh, and try to put them in another space. And I'm gonna tell you what I did. The ooh that hit me is because something just came to mind about how. Good evening, homebody Trish. Glad to see you. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the chat. Um, thank you for your presence here. Janice, glad to see you as well. I wasn't expecting to see you, but I'm glad that you're here. Appreciate your presence. Welcome to the chat, chatness. Yeah, I think about how people have a tendency to say to people, um, "We ain't together no more, but we could just be friends." Now, this is the thing, because everybody feel have their different ways of looking at things. Thank you, Mia J, for coming in. I appreciate you. I see you. I appreciate you showing up, and as always, I am so blessed when you come. And thank you for supporting us. Welcome to the chat, Miss. Greetings and salutations. Um, People have a tendency to move one person in one type of relationship and just feel like if I just scoot them over to this section, they'll be okay. Well, sometimes they need to get rid of them altogether. And the reason why I say that is, um, you've seen some people who say, that they want to be married, but they friends with all their exes. They have not yet made space for the person that they want to be with. Um, I see you, Coffee. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Um, they have not made the space to do the thing that they want to do the thing to be able to be committed to an individual. They have not made the space in order to avail themselves in a way that will make the next person believe they're even single or available. Why? Because you got six boyfriends and none of them yours. All of them waiting on a chance to be with you, get with you, hope that things work out again. Now, and some, don't get me wrong, I already know the people ready to fight me right now. Me and my friend ain't never did that again. We just cool, you know, and I don't look at them like that, and they don't look at me like that. Oh, I would never, but your never wasn't always never. And the thing is, sometimes the spouse that the man that desires to be with you, or the person that desires to be with you in that fashion, may look at who you're around, fellas. You with your exes. You know, you got a whole flock of women in your phone, and you wondering why. Your woman might be feeling a way about that. You know, And so I think about that as it pertains to sometimes we have to um yes. Oh, yes indeed. I see you there, yeah. Yes, it does remind me of the woman at the well. I've had five husbands, but the one that got right now ain't yours. And so that's how we have a tendency to do. We're holding on to an old thing, old situations, old relationships, and won't get rid of those things, or we try to reclassify them, put them in a different space when in fact you should let go altogether. Um, in order for you to have new furniture in your house, you know, uh, you can't put. I mean, some of us have some pretty spacious bedrooms. I don't. This everybody doesn't necessarily have an 8,000 square foot house or what have you, but it could be the thing where somewhere in your 2 or your 3,000 square foot, or your 15, your 1,200, you got a bed in your bedroom. If you want a new bed, you can't scoot that king size, that queen size over and just put another bed in there. You got to get rid of the one you have in order to be able to put a new one in there. Otherwise, either you're going to be uncomfortable because you didn't put one on top of the other. You didn't scoot it over. Now you can't get to your dressers. You can't get to your closet without having to move something around all the time because you're trying to squeeze in between and squeeze past things and people. I see you, Monique. Appreciate your presence. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chapmans. So glad that you're here to support us. Um, and it's one of those things where you have to take into consideration how foolish that looks for you to try to put a new bed in a space where the old bed has not been taken out. I'm just talking about making room now. I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes, but if your toes get stepped on, just say ouch and keep it moving. How many times have we found ourselves in a space in life where we're trying to cram a bunch of things into a space without taking the necessary steps to take out the things that we do not need because we're holding on due to familiarity. We're holding on due to the sentiments of the past. Um, Because nostalgia had you choked up out here. Oh, I had this. My great 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 granddaddy had this trophy for bowling way back in the day. I can't let it go. It's a fairly heirloom. I said, a trophy is a fairly family heirloom. If you don't get that off of there, so you can dust, and put you some flowers or something on that mantle, on that counter, on that something. You know, I mean, how often have we held on, to the booze of the past pictures, and I'm listening to saying ouch. Oh, I see so quite a few ouches in the chat. I ain't gonna put you on blast. I ain't gonna put you up there. I'm just gonna act like, it's just me and Anthony's having a conversation. She got rid of her boo. She didn't got the boo of her life. Been there for 18 years now. But what would it look like if she was holding on to somebody while trying to be married? She wouldn't be very happily married now, would she? Come on, Anthony, speak to it. Say something in the chat. Let the people know how you got to make room.
It's me sitting here when you talk about holding on to pictures. I'm like, now who be holding on to pictures? I wish I would find a picture.
Oh,
Unless y'all holding on to it to do some type of let me start about to say voodoo or something. I'm just joking, y'all. Um, Holding on. I was about to say when you said when was the last time me cleaning up my Garudio, like my husband helped me to realize like I'm somewhat of a hoarder. Like it's hard for me to let stuff go. Like I was holding on to stuff that I really didn't need, y'all. So I'm so proud of myself. I put that stuff in the Goodwill box and I'm gonna drop it out to the Goodwill tomorrow. Like sometimes I don't know for me, Tina, I hold on to stuff because I think about the time frame that I've had it. But ultimately, like I had this lamp in there. That lamp don't work. The lamp is not
mm,
gonna work. But
mm,
I'm like, why would I throw this away? Like I done had this lamp for so long. But it don't work no more. Why am I holding on to it? Now
mm,
that went in the trash. That didn't go to the
mm-hmm,
garbage.
mm-hmm.
Oh, that's me. I'm an organized hoarder too. I told my boo that. I was like, it's like a method to my madness.
Yes, indeed. I mean, and that's the thing. We can organize stuff and pile it up, and next thing you know, we got a pile reaching the ceiling because it looks neat and it's in boxes.
Mm. I can't wait to show y'all the video. My husband friend came over here, y'all. So he seen the Grudio, right? Like what y'all used to see. Like, and we done like organized it. We got stuff in boxes. He was like, I ain't even know your garage was that big. Cause it was so much stuff in there. Like to where you couldn't even walk through it. And now I'm like, wow, I didn't even remember it was this big because I just kept buying stuff to decorate and never decorated.
I like what Yolanda said. She said letting go is hard but necessary. And it
Mm,
is.
so true.
It is. I mean, if we really, those who have children, you know how insane it would be to make your baby stay in a place and they're 13, 14 years old, and but their drawers are filled with their baby clothes because you think they're cute. Oh, I remember when you used to could fit this. Don't take it out of there. It's cute.
Ooh, I gotta go on mute. I used to be holding stuff like that. I got pictures that they made for me from like kindergarten and pre-K, literally. But maybe I should hold some of that stuff and just let some of that stuff go. Cause right now it's just collecting dust. And like it seems like these days, certain things don't mean so like to me, when I see that stuff, it means so much to me because I'm like, oh wow, these are pictures my baby made. But when I be showing my kids that, they don't be wanting to see that stuff. They be like, Mom, like, okay, what's so good about this? Like, and I'm like, you made this when you was so much younger. Like maybe with making room, you need discernment or you need the ability to determine yeah, what you said, what you gotta like let go of and what you gotta keep. What relationships you gotta figure out like but it's like when with relationships though, Tina, do you really think how do you break up with a friend or something? I never thought about that. Is it the same as breaking up with a mate, you think? To make
It
room?
could be just as crucial, you know,
Yeah.
um, because of the levels of intimacy that you have.
Right, right.
With your friend. I mean, you're open, you're honest, and you're forthcoming as it pertains to that friend. And if that, and this is the hard part about friendship, though. That I believe. I mean, because it's either be like, oh, it is over. I am divorcing you. Goodbye.
Hmm.
And you just pay a fee and decide I'm just gonna get with somebody else. When it comes to friendships, you don't expect those friendships to really end like that.
Right, right.
Sometimes
That's
people can be way more invested in their friendships than they are their actual marriages. And that's a whole nother problem for a whole nother day. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Not right now and not today. Uh I'm gonna tell you this though. What I have this highlighted. What I
okay.
almost called her Reverend Doctor. Lord, I got to stop giving people names. Jesus.
I do that.
Because I was finna say, Reverend Doctor JD 365.
I like that way. I gotta use that every night.
I can't do her. Nope, nope. Holding on to stuff that holds a possibility, what it represents, even if it is no longer functional, is a lack of trust that what is for you will be for you. So you
Mhm.
hold on to what does not fit. When I tell you that right there, oh, that spoke to me in a way I wasn't expecting to.
Hmm.
Because I've been there
Hmm.
before. I said what I said. I see you. I appreciate your presence. So glad that you decided to come in and support. Welcome to the Chatman's greetings and salutations. I have been guilty of not believing that I could replace the friendships that I had.
Oh wow.
Oh God, here we go. Oh, I was the party kid.
Mm.
I show up. It's live. It's all the way live. We finna do it big. I'm here. I didn't necessarily walk around with an entourage. It wasn't that type of party, but it was one of those type of things where what y'all doing over there? Let's get the music started. Let's get the drinks up on. Let's turn it up. Let's turn it out over here. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up having a lot of quote unquote friends because I was the fun friend. Because I was the one that came to bring something. I was the one to celebrate on a wild Wednesday, turnout Tuesday, and stupid Thursday. It didn't matter. It didn't have to be, one of those things that we're gonna uh um schedule this thing, or we're going to see if we're going to put this together in some kind of way. This was literally, hey, let's show up, let's do it up. Hey, we could buy a couple of this, a couple of that. Let's put it together. We could cook this. Hey, let's have a party right now, like instantly. Within the hour, within 30 minutes. Call tell them to come on through. And literally would be calling people while I'm there and ordering the this and the ordering the that. Says, hey, come through. We over here at such and such house. These are the type of things I used to do. One day, I looked up and I was depleted spiritually. I was depleted financially because first of all, it's expensive. I mean, I was out there hustling, but I would tell anybody I was nobody's kingpin. I knew how to get it, and I knew how to get it daily. But it was one of those things. You can't keep spending your re up on partying. Eventually, you're not gonna have no money to re up. And the people that have been kind of riding your coattails, so to speak, in that capacity, they didn't have to bring anything to the table. And so, with that being the case, one day I came to the place where I was like, but I don't have anyone in my life that if I were to get rid of these type of people, who do I have? Because I was surrounded with foolishness. I was surrounded with people that were familiar to me, but I didn't have anyone of my in my life that was of substance. So at some point, even though I was continuing the routine, because that was what I was accustomed to, that was what I was familiar with. The problem was me continuing the routine, realizing that I wasn't getting any value out of it, just made me feel worth less. And I came to a point where I was like, who's going to pour into me? But I was afraid that if I let go of who I let go of, who's going to be there if I fall? Who's going to be there? I'm going to be alone. Hey, Vaughn, so glad that you made it to the space. Appreciate you. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. So glad you're here. And so, when it comes to that whole thing about making room, sometimes you have to face the fear of, I'm about to lose something, someone. I have to lose the connections that I had at one space or one time, at one space of time. I have to be willing to lose the people, the places, the things, the activities, the familiarity that came with the activities, and everything that you got out of. Because a lot of times, you could be doing something, or you could be with people. They could be a whole adrenaline rush. This is fun, you know. This is cool. This is nice. But sometimes nice ain't enough, especially when you mature. Sometimes the shine that was on that trophy fades. It doesn't mean the same. Um, that bed that you had that now got the lumps and the bumps that you need to get rid of so you can make room for your new furniture. I mean, it doesn't matter that it was made in 1920 if it's broken and and you're not going to restore it. It's nothing to hold on to. It's time to let it go. The question I want to ask you, Antonice, and, the question I want to ask you is, have you ever been in a space where you looked up and you felt like you weren't getting value out of the relationships that you had? And I'm talking about outside of your marriage.
I'm
Oh Lord, I might be in your
fine.
business. I'm sorry. I had to
Man,
think
I'm
about.
about to scream. It's the way. First of
So I'm
all,
like,
I didn't even
it could
know
have been
my
three of
thing
y'all, and you
wasn't
about to
on
snitch
mute.
on somebody. I'm sorry, but what do you? When I put it this way, what do you think about
Man,
that as it
like this thing,
pertains to?
I'm talking about outside your marriage. Now, what?
You know
Wait
what?
a minute, Tina.
Wait,
No.
pause. Mm-mm. I ain't
No,
talking
you
about
talking
that.
about no. First of all, I thought my phone was on mute. It was not. So I'm glad I am in the season of listening more with my two ears instead of trying to talk with my one mouth. So I was like literally just sitting there like listening to what you was saying and
Hmm.
listen, you be talking right and I just be sitting there, I be in the zone. First of all, your voice so soothing. So I'm sitting here, I'm listening, I be like, yes, like yes, I agree. Like, yeah, thank God I wasn't doing that right now because my phone was not on mute. But
Hmm.
you said, do I find myself? What was your question?
I
I was
was
just thinking.
rephrasing the question. What do you think about? What comes to mind when you think about people being in other people's lives that don't have or don't hold any substance?
Um,
That aren't pouring into people. They just there, sucking up air and get what they can get out of it, but they ain't got nothing to offer.
okay. What time it is? Hold on. Y'all, cause y'all know I could get winded like that, even though that question seems so simple, Tina. That question is so deep because so I used to like think like that, right? Like, oh, like what you was saying in reference to not saying what you was saying, but just when you said what do you think of like, okay, if somebody in somebody's life and they ain't getting no value, blah blah blah. That like value is subjective. I feel like even when it was people, because I have some people where some people may have said like maybe others they view like certain relationships I may have had with people or whatnot, like, oh, that person not bringing you no value or whatever, but I'm learning to use discernment with that because sometimes I'm noticing with some people in my life, maybe they aren't like the Lord is not using them. And y'all, I love the Lord. I talk about the Lord. So if you don't want to hear about the Lord, come back in like 5 minutes. I'm not gonna make my response more than 5 minutes, I promise. But I notice like the Lord is putting people in my life to where I'm able to like discern like Cause it's like we get value out of everything and everybody. And even if I'm not getting value from somebody, maybe the Lord is using that person to teach me something. And oftentimes, some of the people where I may have like at one point looked at them and like, oh, it ain't no value here, blah, blah, blah. Now spinning the block and I'm like, now I'm at a different season in my life. And I'm like, this person very much brought value. And now I can see like what that value was, if that makes sense. But it's kind of like in reference to answer your question, because now I was thinking about your other question earlier about letting go and stuff. You know what I thought about? Oftentimes when I have tried to let go, like the person getting let go, it's like, do anybody notice, or have you ever noticed this, Tina? Like, say if you about to like let somebody go or something, then people try to lock in more. It's like they get this download, like God tell them, like, oh yeah, you about to like get let go. And then I don't know, they try to make their value come back. I don't know, I can't explain to y'all. My brain just went on two different things because I'm like, why when I be talking to Tina, I just feel like I be thinking so deep. Like I started thinking about all these things. Like,
Well, check
wow.
this out. Let me help you out. Let me help you out. Let me help you out a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Because what Danielle said just brought some um just brought it into focus. She said surrounded by a bunch of scarecrows,
Mm,
statues, and mannequins, looking real but empty, lifeless and
mm.
no substance. I'm done talking. I mean, I'm done now. You talking good. Thank you, Danielle. Um. Oh, and let me make sure that I speak to Miss Wanda. Thank you. Reversing high blood pressure. Appreciate you for showing up. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. And did I see? I thought I saw somebody else. I know I saw Coffee. Hey, Coffee. I don't know if I spoke to you or not, but I appreciate your presence as well. Welcome to the Chapmans. Greetings and salutations. Um, Faith is somewhere. I ain't see her, but somebody saw her. I appreciate you for showing up. There you go. I be in the chat bringing no value at all. Shenanigans, lies, and hot garbage. Thank you, Faith, for showing up. Appreciate your presence. Welcome to the Chapmans. Again, when you think about the people who are in your life, and I see what you're saying about everyone holds some type of value, even if that means you're learning a lesson from them. This is the thing, though. You know that if I'm down, I could call on this person and they're going to cheer me up, meaning they add laughter. Laughter does good like a medicine. That's what scripture says. Um, so if that's what that person has to offer, that's what you find. That's the value that you find in them. If you say, if I am in a pinch and I need to borrow $20, I know I could call such and so and so. They're resourceful. I can lean on them if I'm in a pinch or if I'm in a bind. You know, that's what this friend offers me. And vice versa. If they needed me and I got it, I would give to them as well. You may have another friend that you might can't get no money from them, and they as serious as a rattlesnake. But if you need some sound advice, you could call them and say, hey, I need to talk about something real. Something's really bothering me. I need you to speak to me concerning this thing. And they add value in that way. On the other hand, there are people in your life that don't you can't think of nothing they do for you. You just know they're there. And I'm not talking about they're there for you in the way of if I need support, they're going to show up to the wedding. They're going to show up to the funeral. They're going to show up, to celebrate me, or they're going to show up if I'm having a hard time in life. They're not there for that. They are literally like, oh, this might be a bad analogy, but I'm still going to use it anyway. They know that you didn't hit at the casino. Don't be going to the casino. I ain't telling nobody to go to the casino, but I'm just saying this because I'm talking about the friends that only looking for an opportunity. Okay. Because you might not tell them if you make six figures or not or less or whatever, but it might be noised abroad that hey, one day you went down and because they flashed your face on TV, they was like, "Oh, my friend didn't hit it down there at the casino. Let me go and see him." Because they're only showing up for what they think they could get from you. They're only showing up for what they think they can glean from you. They're only showing up. The only kind of celebration they want to do is the one that you're footing the bill for. They have
Mhm.
nothing to offer. Those are the people that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the people who they're in a season where they may not have a lot to offer or much to offer, in that they're in a bad space, because we go through stuff emotionally and we can't necessarily be the friend to somebody else that they may need us to be in that moment because of what we're experiencing. I'm not talking about that. And there's space for that and there's room for that and there's understanding when it comes to those things. I'm talking about the people that the only thing they can offer you is an argument if you ain't doing what they say. Hello. I hear the bell, so it must be ringing. Uh, but that's the thing. Is there are so many times that we have situations like these that show up and we don't really take the time to say, you know what? I need to do inventory. I need to begin to take the time to vet the relationships. You might have vetted their relationship at some point in time and feel like, hey, we just having fun and that's all you needed. But as you grow and as you mature, as things change in your life, and life the way life be life, if you don't mature, you're gonna get stuck. So there has to be some growth or something that comes about. There's gonna be something about you that's gonna evolve regardless. It's gonna be you that's gonna change mentally, mainly because you can't act the same. You can't pop off at 50 like you did when you was 23. I guarantee that you have, and I'm not oh, here we go with another caveat. I'm not talking about you people that's just
Somebody, here you go with
y-
another
I
caveat.
have to, because sometimes people aren't realistic. There are people that are vegans, and I'm not talking about the vegans, but I'm just talking about the people. They're fitness gurus, they're vegans.
Hmm.
They never had a pork chop a day in their life. They don't know nothing but juices and berries. We ain't talking about the people that are still like and I can't even use him because he gone. Because I'm finna say George Foreman that was fighting at 50. We're not talking about them who tend to be a phenomena in the span of, and yes, I do believe in people exercising. Yes, I do believe in people trying to make healthier choices. But you can't eat McDonald's every day at 50 that you when you could have when you was 18. It's
Right.
not gonna do the same with your body. With that being the case, you cannot consume the same foolishness you did
Yeah.
when you were younger that at 50 you just can't do that. When you get older, when you start to change inwardly,
Hmm.
even scripture says that who's it? David said that when I was a child, I spake as a child, I reasoned as a child, but when I became a man, I put
Right.
away childish things. At some point, some of those childish things got to do with your folks. Some of those childish things have to do with your family, your friends. Some of those childish things have to do with the things that you're holding on to in your life that you need to let go of, including the stuff that you're hoarding.
Hmm.
Whew,
We'll
okay.
put those bags in the trunk, buddy. I'm letting it go. I'm gonna be like, boo, you know what? I done got off that line with Tito. I'm about to put some more stuff in those Goodwill bags.
Whew, I wasn't expecting to say all that, but hey, it is
That
what
was
it
so
is.
true. It's so true, Tina. It's so true. And I don't know. That helped me to pull away from, I don't want to say pull away because pull away sounds so harsh, but when I sat back and just started looking like some relationships, I do feel like I was looking like, okay, not saying like really what's the benefit, but I'm like, what are we doing? Cause I'm like the same things that interest me at like certain seasons in my life, like don't interest me no more. And the things that interest me may not necessarily interest the same people that was around me at that time, if that makes sense. Like some people, like I have some like people who, and I don't even want to say it's the new me, it's just like this is me. But I don't know, some people respect it, they like it, and and then some people don't. And I get it, it's no love lost, but this is me. So I feel like if they can get like everybody else and get on with it, because I'm not going back to like who I was, and I am still the same person. Some people think I don't want to say they think I'm different, but because I don't drink, I'm still not drinking. I don't know if I ever drink again, but right now I don't want to drink. I haven't had a drink, like I don't desire to drink. I feel like I don't even want to say I'm smarter, but I do feel smarter. I remember more stuff. I'm more focused.
Mhm.
Like I just feel like I don't know. So now I know, like a while ago, we had a similar conversation, like to this. It could have been like titled kind of differently, but it all can like tie the roles back to the same. And I'm like, even from then to now, because now we like on episode 817, we may have been like in maybe one of the first 5 episodes, right? I even look at things differently now because I'm also now like in a different season. So even things when we were speaking before about like letting go or recognizing certain things, it's like then I'm like, oh, that sounds so harsh. But now I'm like, it may sound harsh, but it just is what it is. Like it is what it is. It is what it is. Cause if we don't, time still go on. Like life still go on. And whether or not, when you think about it, most times the people that be stuck are the people that be like, they have like a certain attitude, and when you think about it, it's like, okay, why are you stuck? If that makes sense, like if you had the opportunity to like review things, maybe make room for something new. But if we never made room for the new things, and new things never come, like who can we really be mad at when you think about it? If we don't ultimately make room or make the necessary like adjustments. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to keep going, but I'm like, the more I think about it, I'm like, bruh, sometimes we be setting our own selves up, like for the places we be in to a certain extent. I can't wait to finish cleaning out my greedy hole.
I think I missed Micah. I knew it was somebody else that I
Mike
had not
in here?
acknowledged. Yeah, Micah Ben came in here. I saw him earlier and forgot to acknowledge him. Micah. Apologies. I ain't a young woman, regardless to this face that you see. I'm cute and everything, but I ain't that young. I've been around here a couple of minutes. Please forgive me. I want to acknowledge your presence. I thank you for being up here. For being here and for supporting us. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the chatness. Me and Jay said absolutely too real. Me too. I've held on to people, places, and things because of familiarity and comfort, but I have to let go in order to grow. I believe I needed to hear it out loud.
Oh, girl, don't make me cry. Like, listen, like sometimes when I like say things, now like, but I'm not about to cry, y'all, but it's just because I'm telling you, like, sometimes I feel like I be the only person going through things. And like sometimes things hurt. Like that don't hurt when you feel like you in a good place and you feel like you becoming a better person, but people around you don't see like the better person you becoming. But new people see like the better person that you may have, like that you becoming, you know what I'm saying? So it hurt because you be like, dang, if these people love me, why would they not be happy at the better, like person that I'm becoming? So then you start to embrace like the new people and the new things. And sometimes I feel bad because I'm like, dang, but I can't feel bad. I gotta keep going. And I'm done crying, y'all. Now I done made
But
it weird.
no, 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 no. But but check this out. Check this out. This is the
What?
thing about that though. You
What?
do mourn.
Oh,
You mourn what you have to let go of, but be willing to go through the mourning process.
yeah.
If we could ever come to the place where we can eulogize
Mm.
the things that it's time to let go of, that where we like, you know what, I had fun. This was great. It was fun while it lasted. You know, when you was the bomb.com, but I got to go.
Yeah.
This was wonderful. You know what? I ain't never met nobody like you, and probably never will. But we got to part ways.
Yeah.
Um, this trophy was the biggest accomplishment I ever had at one part of my life, at
Mm.
some time of my life. But I'm ready to move on to bigger and better things. Because instead of having that bowling trophy, maybe next time I make room for my Oscar, my Emmy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because there's something ahead of me that I may not can see right now.
That's so true.
Ooh.
That's so
Ugh.
true.
There's something ahead of me that I might not be able to perceive in the moment, but I know it's greater. I know it's better. I know it's more than
Mm.
the place that I have boxed myself in with this
Mm.
tape and these cardboard boxes of my life.
Mm.
And so, and we wrapping up the 4 more minutes.
This lady might have made me screech. She talking about, y'all, that's not what I thought she was going to. She talking about, and we wrapping up.
Yes, because I told you we ain't gonna be before you long, and I mean that. And if I didn't say it, I meant it. You know, you should have felt it in your spirit or something. But what I can tell you is that sometimes we can't receive what's for us
Mm.
when we're not willing to look the thing that's in a spot in the face, to
Mhm.
face it head on and ask the question, do I need you?
Mm.
Do I need this?
Mm.
Is this essential for my life right now? Yes, it was a hero back when it was a hero. No, I don't play about my time, Keisha. I sure don't.
Ah, I'm about to scream. I'm about to scream. Somebody don't play by the time.
Yeah, so we less than 3 minutes out before we get out of here. But when it comes to the thing of being willing to look at it, stop just stuffing it in the corner and sticking it in the closet of your soul. Stop just sticking it somewhere
Mm.
and rebrandishing it as something that it wasn't at first.
Mm.
If it was an X, it was an X for a reason.
Mm.
That don't mean make the X your next. That don't mean make your X. And I mean in every shape, form, or fashion. How you gonna prepare for a new car in your garage when you still got the old broke down one in the way? Because the new thing that you want to put in this place has the right to be sheltered, taken care of, to be covered, and to be cared for, like you did that old thing that broke down that should be moved out of the way. I want to encourage you all. After Anthony's give her final thoughts.
Mm. Child, my final thoughts is what that lady just said. I'm just joking, y'all. I don't want to even say that to make y'all forget what Tina said. I'm gonna just say, Lord, with everybody else and with me too, like help me when it's time for me to like look in. Remember what Tina just said and asking, do I need this? Lord, help me and everybody else to just be honest. Because sometimes, child, I lie to myself. I won't lie to other people, but I will lie to myself to not be honest, to just be like, okay, yeah, this is what I gotta do. I will lie to myself. So Lord, help me to be honest to myself at those times when I gotta say, do I need this? This or them? Do I need this? Do I need them? And that's it.
Check this out. I might need more than 40 seconds, but let me wrap it up. Let me bring it on. Don't be afraid to look in the mirror and see the thing that you don't need in yourself anymore. That includes the negative mindset of I can't, the negative mindset of I'll never, the negative mindset of I'll never have. Sometimes we have to be able to and willing to say, and face the music about how we think about our own selves. Sometimes we have to take a moment and not just discard things, people, and stop going to raggedy places. But sometimes we got to come out of the mindset of I'm going to treat myself raggedy and allow others to treat me raggedy too. Sometimes we have to come to that place where we realize that not only the things that are outside of us are representation of the things that we need to let go of, but it also is an indication that we're holding on to something on the inside that we need to let go of too. Be willing to be purged in this season. Be willing to be cleansed in this season, to be washed in this season. Hey, precious, see you. We about on our way out of here. Be kind and rewind. Greetings and salutations. Glad that you showed up.
Hey, Precious.
So be willing. Understand that the clutter in your life, whether that's a box or some people, means that it's some on the inside that need to come out too. And it's inside of you. It's inside of me. That when I don't want to let go of something, it's a memory, it's a mindset, it's some kind of conditioning on the inside that needs to be faced. All I'm saying is don't let your house be cleared out and your house ain't cleared out. Don't clear the people just on the outside of your situation, but be willing to go into those parts as it pertains to your mind, to forgive those people that you're still holding the knife to because of where they did you wrong. Be willing to face the fact that you're still holding on to bitterness. Be willing to face it's time to let it go, y'all. It's time to let it go. Because when you do cut the roots of bitterness, you can love again. You can receive again. You don't have to hurt like you've been hurting because you're not no longer holding on to the thing that hurt you. It didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take, and I'm glad for it. Um, I hope I've been able to encourage you guys. I hope I was able to say some things to you um, that you could walk away with as we prepare to make room for different relationships and friendships, our personal relationships, our intimate relationships, to make room in our houses, in our spaces, our living quarters. And I ain't leaving this out. Make room for God. Try him. Find out if he's able. I know he is, but you need to find out for yourself. Find out if he can help you. You might not believe me, but check it out for yourself. Because sometimes the very thing that you need, the strength that you need to move the people, come from God. The strength that you need to move and throw away things comes from God. The strength that you need to face with the trash in your own life, in your own soul, in your own mind, it comes from God. So with that being the case, um, by all means, you ain't got to believe me. But what I can say is, like I always do, I hope that you all have a blessed night. And if nothing else, God bless you and have a good night. Bye, y'all.